Namaste. Welcome to this practice of pranayama or mindful breathing. In just a few moments, we're going to practice the technique of Sama Vritti or square breathing. So yoga is often thought of as a practice of movement, right? Asanas, warrior one to warrior two, cat-cow pose into a side stretch. And this movement is always combined with a synchronization of your breath. And that's called a vinyasa in Hatha Yoga. And a vinyasa should always start with your breath, the breath that initiates the pose, and then the breath that synchronizes the vinyasa in class. And after a while, the breath linked to movement may start to become automatic and natural in your practice. But how do you get there? And why is pranayama practice or breathing well so important? Well, nothing happens in your mind that doesn't get felt in your body. So putting that vinyasa part of yoga aside, just not thinking about that for a moment, we're just going to center on the pranayama first, the breath work, because your breath really helps to guide your focus and your attention, and it takes it inside. And just 5 to 10 minutes of breath work a day really helps alter how you're feeling because it draws the attention to your thoughts. Where are your thoughts at? What sensations are you experiencing? It helps you work through those things. And through your breath, you have the power to release that negative energy. Your breath work can help strengthen your lung and your lung capacity. It helps lower your heart rate and your blood pressure, improving your sleep, helps to balance your energies, and it tricks your body into releasing those neurochemicals that help us relax. So we get immediate effects of breathing and slowing down our breath and focusing on our breath. It helps increase the connection between that mind and body, which really helps with self-discipline, whether it's in your practice or in anything in life. It helps with resilience and affects your happiness and your optimism. And breathing well helps move you into a nice, calm, meditative state. So now that you've heard all these yummy benefits, we're going to explore Sama Vritti or square breathing. And each breath technique has its own benefits. And square breathing or Sama Vritti is excellent for calming your mind and releasing anxiety and reducing stress. It helps to refocus your thoughts, bringing clarity and concentration to whatever you're doing, bringing peace of mind. It's a very simple technique to use. So wherever you're at, you want to get comfortable in your seat, whether you're on a chair or on the couch, on the floor. I'm on the floor. You can use a wall. You can, I'm right against the wall. So if you back up against the wall and let your back just lay gently against the wall, that's a nice support. If you have a bolster to sit on, you can grab that bolster. If you're sitting on a couch or something that's super squishy, you want to just make sure your spine is nice and tall. Knees lower than your hips. And your shoulders down and back. You want that nice straight spine. If your shoulders are curled forward or you're hunched forward or you're in that nice squishy couch, you might find that your posture isn't very good here and it won't be very efficient to breathe, to get those deep breaths that you need. So make sure that you come forward if you're on that couch. Put your feet on the floor. Don't cross your legs or cross your ankles. Have them just flat on the floor. And then maybe here, just gently lower your gaze to the ground. Or you can close your eyes here as well. And rock back and forth, side to side, until you feel grounded and centered in your base. Again, shoulders down away from your ears. That nice tall spine, feeling that energy roll up from your sits bones, your bottom all the way up your spine, out through the crown of your head, like a curtain is behind your back, just swaying gently, and you're trying to keep your back away from it. Relax your face, your forehead, your cheekbones, maybe a tiny smile on your face. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. Really broaden out the chest here. The chest, the heart center, is the tightest area to open up emotionally. So really focus on shoulders down and back. Really square up everything. And continue with your breath. Observe your natural breathing pattern here. Your hands can be on your knees or in your lap. Just let them gently hang at your side. If you have a favorite mudra, you can go ahead and place your hands, your fingers in that mudra. Observe your breath here without changing it at all. Notice how it feels flowing in and flowing out, and the pauses in between. Guide your breath to flow smoothly, like a river or a creek bed. That water is just trickling slowly down the creek, down the riverbed, at a nice, smooth, steady pace. If any thoughts come up in your mind, just gently nudge them away and let your breath be your focus. You can inhale up through the nose and exhale out through the nose. Now count how many seconds each in-breath and out-breath take. Everybody's number will be different, and on a daily basis, this number could be different. So focus here now on that number. Try to increase the length of the inhalation and exhalation by 1 second. Slowing down each breath. Once you've acclimated to the new, slower pace of your breath, continue to increase your in-breath and out-breath by another second. Gradually, continuing to deepen your breath, keeping your inhalation and exhalation in balance. If you start to feel uncomfortable or out of breath, you may be slowing down too fast. You shouldn't have any difficulty as you deepen your inhalation and exhalation. You want to continue with ease and steadiness, leveling out your breath. And if you can, continuing to increase your in and out breath by another second until you come to a uniform number. Whether for you that is 4 counts or 5 or 6, whatever works for you today. Inhaling up through that number and exhaling down through that number. As you feel comfort in this slower breath, maybe experiment with a pause after each inhalation and exhalation. These pauses can be short or longer in length. You can decide here. You don't want to be gasping for air. Try to pause for as long as your in-breath and out-breath are. This is called square breathing. So if your number is 4, inhale up through the count of 4 and then pause at the top of your inhale for 4. And on the exhale, exhale out for the count of 4 and pause at the bottom of your exhale for the count of 4. The breath is now like a square. The same way each side of a square is the same length in breath and out breath, and all pauses are uniform. Remembering here that the ratio doesn't matter as long as you're taking fewer breaths each minute. Relaxing in your breath, relaxing in your body, feeling that connection of your breath. You can use Sama Vritti, breathing before yoga, during yoga, or after a yoga practice. You can continue this technique for as long as you're comfortable. But for now, start to come back to your natural breath without any thought for the length of your inhalation or exhalation. Maybe here, take a really deep breath in and sigh it out the mouth. And maybe get a few wiggles in your shoulder, maybe rock back and forth here again. Start to awaken your body. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes if you haven't already. Again, practicing any type of breath technique really helps to increase the likelihood of a more compassionate behavior to yourself and to others. Namaste.